Hey there, good evening. How's everybody going? How's everybody doing? How's it going, Settle Cat? Settle Cat says, yay. How's it been? You doing alright, I hope. I was out of town overnight, Saturday. Got back a few hours ago. Celebrated my oldest son's birthday. That's what we were doing. But it's good to be home. Doing good, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we'll get started here in just a second. So if you remember from the last stream, we made it all the way down to level 9 and we started to map the level. And if I'm not mistaken, I think, I'll have to look, I think we mostly got it mapped. I know that we went really deep into the level and probably deeper than we should have gone. In the condition that the party was in, and encountered a massive monster encounter. 3 rows. I can't remember what they were. I think there were ninjas, mages. I don't remember. It was humanoids, but 3 groups deep, and things got really bad. The entire party was lost. Big bads. That's right. The whole party was wiped on level 9. In the deepest part of level 9. So we had a full party wipe. And at that point, I was trying to think, what are we going to do? So when I ended the stream that night, I immediately got to work. I rolled a new party and spent the next day and a half leveling them up to the point where I thought they would be able to survive a trek down into level 9 to recover the old party. And that's what I did. I decided not to stream it simply because, there'd be a lot of repetition and just grinding away. They fought Murphy's Ghost over and over again until they're like level 7, and then we ground at level 4, the big monster room, until they got to level 9 or 10. I can't remember. Maybe it was even 8 and 9. It wasn't really where they really needed to be to conquer the 9th level of the dungeon, but it was strong enough to be able to survive enough encounters to recover a party. And so that's kind of where we were at. But there's a surprise in the midst of all this that we're going to get into here in a minute. And I can't wait to share that with you, because it's not necessarily a good surprise. So I'll tell you what, let's not delay. Let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, okay. Let's get this going here. So, like I mentioned, I created a party of characters, a rescue party, for the lack of a better term, to go down into level 9, retrieve corpses. And let me introduce you to our characters. We have here Good Buddy, Bestie, Crazy X, Best Bro, Little Sis, and Step Sis. This is the party that I created as a rescue team to go and rescue our fellows who were dead in the maze. And as you can see, this was successful. Kyler's back in good health, Shorty's back, Frodette's back, Merlin's back, and Wilma's back. Now I want to show you something. Brunelita here, if you look, is still dead in the maze. And you may ask yourself, why is Brunelita still dead in the maze? Well, I'm going to show you why. I'm going to go into the maze real quick, and I'm going to show you why. So the first things first is when I got to level 9 and got to the area where I believed their corpses to be, only 5 of them, 5 of the 6 were there. Only 5 characters were at that location. Now in Wizardry, sometimes their bodies will get dragged away, right, by monsters. And so I figured that's what happened. So we have this handy spell. It's called Kandai. And Kandai reveals the location of a dead party member within the maze. It reveals the level and rough area in which they can be found. So I resorted to this spell to find Brunelita, because there she is dead in the maze, right? So we're casting the spell. Brunelita is in the southwest of floor -1. Now there is no -1. Whenever you have a character that's on the floor -1, what that means is their bodies have been lost in the maze completely. Describe it how you will. They were eaten by monsters. Their body was ripped and torn and scattered to the four winds. Doesn't matter. This character can never be recovered. Back in the old days, the only way to bring this character back was to cheat, was to get like a hex editor and go in there and change the value of the character from lost to alive, or whatever the case is. So unfortunately, Brunelita is forever gone. Forever gone. But Brunelita had her share of problems, right? Because originally Brunelita was supposed to start out as Brundorf, a dwarf fighter, or dwarf samurai. But of course, I mixed things up when I was rolling the character, made an elf, so we changed Brunelita's name to Brunelita. So in the meantime, I had to go ahead and create a new character. So we brought the true and honest Brundorf back to life. He is now a good dwarf samurai like he was before, and I grinded his level up as much as I could with the time that I had. He's not quite where the other party is, but he's close enough. So we're going to get rid of Old Buddy. We're going to add Brundorf to the party. So Brundorf is level 9. Everybody else is 11 and 12. So Brundorf is lagging a little bit. It's been a whole emotional roller coaster, Shadowcat says, and that's true. Other things that happen while their bodies lay there in the maze is, of course, they lost a bunch of weapons and all of that. And I think I've mostly recovered that. Or not recovered it, but re-outfitted them. We'll have to see. But other than that, I've not done anything with the characters. Like you see, Kyler and Wilma are still pending a level up. They were when we last saw them. All I did was bring their bodies to town and resurrect them. And of course we created Brundorf to fill in for Brunelita. So, let's visit the inn and level Kyler up. So Kyler is now level 12. But you remember what we said about Kyler, right? Kyler was going to eventually, he was created to be changed into a lord. And I think we might be there now. Let's take a look and see. To be a lord in Wizardry 1, you have to have the strength of 15. We're there. Intellect of 12. We're there. Piety of 12. We're there. Vitality was 15. We hit that last time. Agility 14. We're good. And a luck of 15. So I've got 3 points to distribute. So here we go. Let's go ahead and give him one more strength. So Kyler is now eligible to change his class from fighter to lord. Now doing so comes with some negatives. First of all, his level will be reset back to 1. If this works like the game always did in the past, he won't lose hit points, but his level will reset to 1. So let's, this is something that I want to do. So let's do it. And to do this, we go to the training grounds and we edit the character. Kyler. Class. Here it is. I can unlock Lord. Do you wish to change Kyler's class from fighter to Lord? Kyler will become a level 1 Lord. We're going to say yes. Now again, what this does, the benefit of a Lord is they earn hit points at a higher rate. And they also begin to learn priest spells as well. So it gives us more healing power in the party. But basically, he's going to be end up being the tank is what's going to happen. So Kyler is now a Lord. But he's a level 1 Lord. Now that's not the end of the world, because if you look, he still has all of his stats for the most part. He just doesn't have his spells. And he's got the same hit points he had when we left. So let's go ahead and level up Wilma. Let's see if she learns anything new. She learned a new spell, Loktofiet, which I can't remember off the top of my head what that does. We'll find out in a second. I think it's maybe a teleport spell. Let's see. Let's go to the maze and see. So what is her new spell? Teleport party without equipment or gold. The Loktofiet teleports the entire party back to the castle. However, all the equipment and gold on their persons will be left behind. I want to say that's not true. I want to say if you cast the spell, they actually keep everything. I can't remember. I need to research that. But this is not the main teleport spell in the game. This is like an emergency exit sort of situation. I don't know that I've ever really used it. So, let's get him equipped. Everybody else is good, right? Everybody else is good with their items. Some of really cool stuff got lost. It's always a shame. Brundorf has no items. We need to go ahead and fix that real quick. What else did we have on people? Let me see if there's anything I can give away. The Dragon Slayer's gone. The Were Slayer is now gone. Eaten by monsters. Let's go back to town and see what we can buy Brundorf here so he can be a part of the happy family. Let's go to Brundorf. What do we got here, buddy? So he needs some gloves. We'll do breastplate +1. No more longsword. There's a regular longsword. Well, I guess that'll be good enough. We'll give him a large shield. Oh, no. There's a shield +1. That is -4 AC. Yeah. Give him a shield +1. Alright, and then we'll sell the crap that he doesn't really need. And do we have a helmet for him? Yep, there's a helmet. Alright, so let's rest everybody up at the inn. Kyler's good. Shorty's good for that's good. Alright. And so we're not going back to level 9 just yet. We need to level Kyler up a bit. Even though his hit points are where we want them to be, we still need to level him up just a bit. So the best place to do that is to visit our old friend Murphy. We want them spells. Yeah, we want lots of spells. We want to get Kyler leveled so that he'll have some new spells. Let's test him out on these small humanoids here. These kobolds. He's doing okay. All right. This will trigger Murphy's Ghost, the encounter. And I don't expect a lot of trouble from this. This should actually go pretty quickly compared to last time, because we have leveled considerably since we fought this guy last. Let's make it a bit easier. We will lower some of his AC. So that did not level Kyler up, because as an advanced class, Lord requires more EXP than a basic class to level up. So we're going to do this maybe until he's like level 3. And then I think it might be safe to take him down to level 9. And we'll just do a few encounters there right outside the door of the elevator. Once he gets to about level 6 or 7, I think he's good to rejoin the party in a proper way, and we can continue our real exploration. Imagine suffering for all eternity and getting killed again and again, says Shadowcat. Yeah, it would be a terrible thing. But he doesn't seem to mind too much. So what's up while I've got you here? No, I didn't ask him. I don't need to. He just growls a lot. But while I've got you here, are we on for tomorrow after work? Are we going to hit that gym, yes or no? I'll pack accordingly. Yes, yes, sir. Okay, we'll do it. I'm looking forward to it. Kyler has leveled up to level 2. I think we'll do maybe 3 more fights and see how it goes. Gonna try something I don't really use here. If you notice, well, you can't see it because my face is in the way, but in the lower left hand corner it gives an option for quick select, which if you hit that, just automatically has the first 3 characters fight and the last 4 defend or parry. So save me a few button presses. It's so funny. The other night, after I lost every character, I went to browse the discussion forums for this game on Steam, which I do often, and somebody was complaining about the very same thing, losing their whole party on level 9 and losing a whole week's plus worth of work, and they were mad about it, that there was no way to restore a save. And I was thinking to myself, well, I mean, did you not know what you were getting into? That's kind of what Wizardry's all about. It doesn't hold your hand. It's very, very harsh. It's a cruel mistress, this game. But to me, that only increases the satisfaction of completing it, right? That's the appeal of the game, correct? That's the way a lot of people feel about the Souls games, Dark Souls, Elder Scrolls, all of that. Not Elder Scrolls, Elden Ring. We'll do one more. I'm trash at those games, but I love them so much. So, I suspect I am as well. I've only played Dark Souls, and I didn't play it for very long. Because I want to... I'm so weird. I like to experience those kind of games, or any kind of games, really, in the order in which they were released. Because, personally, I like to critique the game and see how they've evolved and changed. And, so I want to play Demon Souls first, right? Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Elden Ring. I've got a little project on my website of games that I'm playing in a certain order for a particular reason. And once I'm finished with that project, then I'm kind of going to just open the door and play what I just want to play for a little while, which is something that I haven't allowed myself to do in a long time. And I should be done with my little project, I don't know, February or March is what I'm hoping. So we'll see. Yes, you see you have a question. What's that? Back to town we go. When you get XP for a level up, does it hard cap until you level, or does it continue to collect the XP? It does continue to collect. So in theory, you know, I can go to the inn and level up multiple times. Like here, I just leveled up to 2, but I see he's still got the arrow, so he'll level up to level 3 as well. So we're going to go ahead and give him 18 strength. I'm going to go ahead and give him another tick of piety, because that's going to be important as a priest spellcaster, right? Level him up again. Get 3. Let's do the vitality. Okay. I don't think he's learned any spells yet. I think that takes a little more time. Let's see. I didn't pay attention to notice. Nope, not yet. So at this point, let's see. Let's take Kyler down to level 4. Let's do a nice little monster run on level 4. See what we can accomplish down there. And keep in mind, we're also still kind of leveling Brundorf as well, because he's lagging behind everybody, being a new character to the party. We'll call him Brunelita's brother. He was the one that was supposed to join, and he was running late, so she filled in the gap. What do we have? 3 dragonflies. He must avenge his sister. That's right. His elven sister. So you may have noticed I named all of the rescue party, silly names, because, you know, if you get lost in a dungeon, who's going to take the time to go and rescue you besides your bestie and your step bro and, you know, that crazy ex-girlfriend who just wants to see you dead. So that was my way of trying to amuse myself. One large humanoid. Oh, wow, that didn't last long. He wasn't interested in sticking around. Seven masked men. These will probably be ninjas. Let's try this tactic with them. That worked well. And here we'll have our big fight. Kyler's already gained a level. Okay. Oh wow, we now have the my bad eye spell. I missed that. Harm incredibly. Let's use that on the ninja. And we'll use a Madalto on these guys. Brundorf is down. Poor Brundorf. But have no fear. Wilma. Oh, can I not use that in combat? I cannot use that in combat. Poor Brundorf. He has avenging to do, and he will still avenge. Kyler's dead too. Good lord. The two guys that really needed the experience points are the ones that bit the dust. Alright, let's bring them back. Let's bring them back. And Brundorf has been reduced to ashes. This is the first time we've seen that in this version, in this game. Which means Brundorf will have to be resurrected at the temple. And if that resurrection fails, he too will be lost forever. So, let's go ahead and let's get to where we need to go. Poor Brundorf. So the priest spells in the party are never as effective as the temples. That's one thing. For whatever reason. But this is the first character reduced to ashes that we've seen so far. Let's go ahead and try to fix that. Let's see how much an ash resurrection costs. Looks like double the price. And he's back. Brundorf is back among the living. Let's level Kyler up. Okay, so let's go ahead and give him the vitality that he needs, some agility. And he's finally got his first set of spells, I noticed. All right. So I think one more jaunt, oops, out into the maze there. Hang on, let me go sell some of that stuff real quick. One more jaunt out into level 4 might be a good thing. Might get Brundorf leveled up just one more notch. Okay. There we go. Hey there, welcome to the stream. If you have any questions, just drop it in the chat. I will be happy to answer. All right, back we are. And I did not heal everybody's magic. Let's do that really fast. There we go. All right, now we're ready. Now we are ready. Still grieving the loss of his sister, Brundorf was not as effective in combat as he wanted to be. So we have 4 ninjas here. We'll take them out in record time with a Magneto. Well, I say that, but it looks like it's the last action to fire off. Thankfully, nobody was insta-killed. It's a hard thing to adjust to, I'm sure. So one thing we have to adjust to here is his poison. So we'll use a Latuma Fist on Brundorf before the poison could damage him. And let's go back and avenge the fight that killed him a moment ago. Let's see what we can do this time around. So we're going to go ahead and plan for the worst. We're going to throw a Lorto on this ninja back here. We're going to throw a Mahalito on this ninja back here. And we'll do a Magneto to get rid of the trivial people. Ninja's gone. And all we have left now are 2 priests, which we'll take out pretty easily. We'll use a Lidocan and a Mahalito. That should do it. Not quite. Kyler is dead again. What is with this guy? You know, you can't level up if you don't survive the fight, Spud. Maybe we're pushing him too hard. We're sending him to level 4 way too early. Oh, so we think this is a teleporter. We're going to leave that alone. We're just going to leave that alone. Because I do not want to get everybody lost. In level 4. If I go back out of this door and back in the room, will the same fight trigger? No. I just want to see Kyler level 1 more time. If he levels 1 more, I will be satisfied And then we're going to go down to level 9 and do some real hardcore grinding there. Even if it's one fight and retreat, we're going to do what we have to do to get him back up to speed with everybody else. Two priestesses. Now it's down to one priestesses. Priestesses. Splinters. And we'll do one more fight. Kyler hit his level. We'll do one more right here. Eight ninjas. We'll take these guys out real quick. Hopefully, if Merlin doesn't drag his feet. Just to be safe, we'll pull one of these. And one of these. We got it. Right here. They go down right there. That'll be a good bit of experience points for Kyler there. All right. Now, let's level him up, and then I think we'll be ready to head down to 9 and do some rapid leveling with him. All right. All right, good enough. Let's do it. Let's go down to level 9. Hey there, welcome to the stream. If you have any questions, just feel free to drop it in the chat. We recently recovered the majority of the party from a full party wipe on level 9. And one of them was lost. One member was permanently lost and had to be replaced by our dwarf here, Brundorf, who is lagging in levels a little bit behind everybody else. And in the meantime, our fighter Kyler just changed his class to a Lord, which reset his level to level 1, which is why he is considerably behind everybody else in terms of levels. So the goal here is to sort of get everybody back up to speed, help Brundorf and Kyler catch up by doing a little high-level grinding on level 9 itself, which is a spot that's going to be dangerous, but we're going to play it safe. Were-rats are quick. What do we have here? A trapless chest. Right, so here's the express elevator. It's going to take us all the way down to 9 once we get through this fight. What do we have? Ninjas, level 3 ninjas. Oh, and they get to go first. That's fantastic. Alright, so a Macanito spell will take care of them pretty well. 2 will get a shot at me before we can fire it off, though. But everybody survived. We got 2 poisoned. which will fix that right away. An exploding box. How'd you fail to disarm that trap? Alright, let's go ahead and fix the poison. With our Latuma Fist spell, Kyler is now poison free, and Wilma is now poison free. Here we go. Level 9. So, my plan here is just to hit this first door. Oh, we got a giant. Is it a real giant or is it a troll? It's a troll. So we're going to just hit this door. Let's see what kind of experience we get here. Yeah, so this should level these guys up pretty quickly, as long as we don't get in too much trouble. Alright, we got a sword. Is it and a mace? And another sword. What do we have here? Let's give it to our bishop here. Maybe this is going to be what we're looking for. A mace +1. What's Wilma got? An anointed flail. 1d7 +3. 3 to hit, 1d7. 2d4 +1. So we are going to give that to Wilma. What kind of sword do we have? Short sword +2, okay. And then there's another sword here. What is this? A short sword. So we'll throw that away. This short sword +2 is 1d6 +2 damage with a +5 to hit. 1d6 +2, +4 to hit. I dare say that would be a better option. 3 attack minimum. No attack minimum. Yeah. There we go. So how brave are we feeling? That's the question. Are we going to step into level 10 and see what we can find in level 10? We know about this shortcut. Oh yeah, I don't want to show you that yet. Not ready to show you that. What do we have here? Looks familiar. It's a Murphy's Ghost on level 10. Is it the same old Murphy that we've seen before? Or is it a stronger Murphy? Looks to be about the same. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think on level 10, it's been a minute, but I think on level 10 you can encounter parties of Murphy's Ghosts. Okay. So let's just kind of stand here and spin around. Let's just see if we can trigger one good fight. Kyler got his level there. See if we can trigger one good fight here before we head back to town. Because level 10 is where all the good stuff is. The best gear in the game is here. Here we go. Here we go. We have a real giant. a frost giant, and probably what are probably going to be some master thieves. Macanito is usually pretty good with giants. We're going to try it. All right. Hey, Danny, how's it going? You did miss a little exposition, which I'll tell you about here in a moment. Once we get safely back to town, I'll bring you up to speed. All right, let's get back to town, right? All right, so to catch you up, as you know, we had a full party wipe on level 9 the last time I streamed. So I built a rescue party to come and find our friends. And I'll show you these guys. We have old buddy, bestie, crazy ex, best bro, lil sis, and step sis. I leveled them up just enough to where they could go into the maze and recover the bodies of our friends. And we found 5 of our friends in the maze, but only 5 and not 6. And the reason why there's not 6 is because when I go to look for our 6th person, which is Brunelita, this spell will reveal her location, and it says that she is on floor -1, which does not exist. When a character is shown on floor -1, it means they are lost forever. Their body has been dragged away by monsters and cannot be recovered. And that's what happened to poor Brunelita. So Brunelita is forever gone. So I rolled a new character the other day, Brundorf. We remember the name, right? This time Brundorf is a proper dwarf samurai, and Brundorf has taken her place, but he's lagged a little bit behind the other party members because he was a new character. And then earlier today we just switched Kyler into a lord. We changed his class, and that reset his level back to 1. So he's lagging as well. Now Kyler's up to level 6. Brundorf is up to level 9. And so to power level these two, we're going into the maze and we're wandering the halls of level 9 and level 10, even a little bit. To help level them up. I don't want to go too far into 10 though, not yet, because you can get in trouble in level 10. So I would dispel these monsters, but I really want the experience points that comes from defeating them normally. So I'm not going to dispel them. We're going to attack them normally. One gas dragon and 4 dragon flies, I believe. That should take care of everybody. Got another chest. All right, let's take it down to level 9. And for my own curiosity, I want to see something. Let's take a look. First of all, let's cast some essential spells here. Alright, so we still have not explored all of level 9. Most of it, it looks like. But I know in that central area right next to the C, there is supposed to be a letter A. Can't remember how to find it, though. So there's the chute to level 10. We're not going to go that route just yet. So let me study this one more time. So we've seen everything. I don't see any doors that we've missed. Do you have to teleport into the A? I can't remember that. So for all intents and purposes here, until we at least get a teleport spell, we've explored all of 9. That last room in the middle there is where the party wiped. So we don't want to venture too deep. Because I'm not sure we're ready for a full-fledged encounter until these two level up a bit more. Bump, bump. Yes, we're not going to fight friendlies. Well, the other day the encounters are coming nice and quick, and now that we want them, they're slow. But we'll keep walking the loop here. Same level 10 party as earlier. Bump, 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 bump. Here we go. So we've got these, what are these, Overlords? Is that what it was? So let's cast a good spell on him. Let's see what this does. I like it. And again, the goal here is to get Kyler and Brundorf leveled up as quickly as possible. If we can get Brundorf to 10 and Kyler to, say, level, I don't know, 8, I'll feel pretty good about it. And then we can do a proper level 10 grind. Level 10 can be rough. Uh-oh. Okay. Danny, how was your weekend? I hope it went well. Alright, so Kyler's got to level up. Let's see if we can get one level for Brundorf, and then we'll shoot our way down to 10 and take the emergency exit. Danny says it was okay. I'll tell you what, let's go down to 10 and do a fight down there. That's where all the good stuff is. So I guess I will go ahead and tell this story. So, you know, we see the plaque here that basically tells us there's an emergency exit. Right? That's the exit to town. But there's another plaque on this wall, and there's a story that goes along with this plaque. So we'll read it. Inscribed on an ornate gold plaque is a message. The script is ornate and blinks in various bright hues. So basically, it's a neon light. Be it known that ye are trespassing on the property of the Archmage Werdna. There is no possible way that ye can possibly get through my defenses, let alone defeat me in battle. So sure am I of this, I give you this clue. Contra Dextra Avenue. So the first time my friend and I, back in the day, saw this message, we had no idea what it meant. I knew that avenue was like, you know, a street, right? So we pulled out the dictionary and we looked up the words Contra Dextra Avenue, and looked at the official definition for those words to try to decipher what this clue was all about. And in a nutshell, what this is saying is that in order to make your way to Wordno, who is the final boss of the game, the only way to do it in this dungeon is to just stick to the left. Basically, what it's saying is against the right way, contra dextra avenue. So against right is left. So if we stay to the left, if at every junction, because this whole level is nothing but a bunch of T-junctions with teleporters. The only way to get there is at every junction, take a left. If you take a left, you'll teleport somewhere else. Take a left, you'll teleport somewhere else. And eventually, it will get you to the end boss. P.S. Trevor sucks. It's my favorite part. So for example, here, we're not going to do it. But if I go through this door, there will be a fight. And then I'll get to choose a direction. You'll go left. Oh, so here it is. It's a party of Murphy's Ghosts. We talked about this. This will be fantastic. A party of Murphy's Ghosts on level 10. Alright, so what's our plan here? How are we going to take care of these guys, right? And so they're in each of them in their own group, which makes it difficult. So I believe I have a spell that will increase the armor class of the party. We'll do that. Causes all monsters to suddenly suffocate. I don't think this spell's going to work. We're going to try it, though. Oh, wow, it worked. Look at that. It worked on one of them anyways. What else do we have here? Yeah, let's do that. How was yours? My weekend was good. Had a trip out of town for my son's birthday. So that was nice. So the fight should go pretty smooth at this point. All of the monsters have an AC penalty. We have an AC buff. Feel pretty confident that we can just slog our way through it with melee attacks. So just whittling away at the various Murphy's Ghosts. Then we'll go to town and level up. I feel like this might get Brundorf his level. So one of my favorite places to go whenever I'm in Atlanta is the Buford Highway Farmers Market, which is a giant international grocery store. And I went there this morning. Got all kinds of good stuff. I got some Lay's potato chips from another country that tastes like beef Wellington. Got a bag of one that tastes like ribeye steak. And then I bought a bag of Lay's chips that tastes like craft beer. And I have to say, that is the most interesting potato chip I've ever eaten. Because to me, it doesn't taste like craft beer. It almost tastes like champagne, I guess. It's sweet with a very alcoholic aftertaste to it. Very unusual potato chip. Picked up a Russian candy bar and a Lanka bar, which is one of my favorite Eastern European candies. Got some ramen and stuff like that. If you ever find yourself down that way, I highly recommend that store. They have stuff from every country you can imagine. Europe, Middle East, South America, you name it. Alright, let's see how much experience we get off that. 2,900 points per character. And Brundorf did not level. Look at that. Golly. Let's see how many experience points he has to go. Let's level Kyler up. I want to see. Brundorf needs 14,000 more. Oh my word. Okay. We'll get him there. So how are y'all feeling? Are we wanting to go back in? Are we feeling up for it? Is this boring? I always feel like just grinding levels away is a bit boring. Should we end the stream now? And should I level independently? Off camera? Or do we want to keep watching? The choice is yours. No matter what, I'm going to go ahead and play. I want to get these guys leveled up. And I want to loot grind the 10th floor. Oh no, a blades trap. Oh my word, look at that. That's absolutely terrible, actually. So much so that we're going to turn around and go back home. So actually, I think I have decided what we are going to do here is I do think this is where I'm probably going to end the stream for the night. I'm going to continue to play, and hopefully I can get Kyler and Brundorf leveled up. Maybe even level some of the other characters to sufficient levels. And then when I next stream, we'll be ready to do some loot grinding on level 10 itself. That's where we'll see all of the really good, we'll start to see all of the really good loot coming through the treasure chests. Some really cool monsters. We'll probably do that for a whole stream. And then I think, so that would be what, Monday? And then I think Tuesday. I think Tuesday will be the day that we actually fight the evil Wizard Wardna and finish this game out. That's my game plan. Because we've dragged it on long enough with the various things. We've mapped every level in the game. There are a few spots on some of the levels I want to hit that are only accessible via teleport, which we can do once everybody's leveled. But it's just not fun just to sit there and watch me walk down the same corridor over and over again and grind. You guys can do that on your own, right? You don't want to watch somebody do that. We want to see something cool. And so I think that's where we're at. So thanks for tuning in tonight. I'm glad I was able to tell everybody the fate of the party and who made it, who didn't make it. And tomorrow we'll do a little treasure hunting. That's the plan. So again, thanks for tuning in. Everybody have a great evening, and I will see you all tomorrow.